Welcome back everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is literally my first drive with FSD Beta version 11.4.2. If you want to read the release notes, I will have a link for you in the description box below. So right off the bat at this intersection, I realized that Beta did not take too long to start moving again after the pedestrians have cleared the crosswalk. Here I'm only disengaging because Beta did not seem to slow down for that vehicle that was backing out of their driveway. So this is a new behavior that I consider an improvement. The path planner stuck to its early prediction, which is a correct behavior if you want to turn right. Earlier versions were unsure whether they should use that right shoulder. So at this stop I am using a little bit of throttle just because there's a vehicle behind us. I'm not really going to consider it as an intervention as it's not really Beta's fault if the regulators are forcing it to make a full complete 0 km/h stop. So here we have a construction zone, and although the tentacle goes a little bit weird at the first intersection, it actually felt smooth. There was no jerkiness. Until it decides to stay on the bike path. Now in all fairness, the bike path isn't well painted yet. Welcome to Montreal. But it should eventually remember that it's there even though the paint is worn off. An almost perfect interaction at this intersection. The vehicle on the left did stop before us and Beta waited for them to take their turn, and it even starts moving before they clear the intersection, which is awesome. But it had to go on that bike path again. An awesome behavior here. It waits for the pedestrian and then goes right after. By the way, I have a dog in the back of the car. His name is Leo. We're going together for a walk next to Université de Montréal on the Montreal. That is why in part 2 I have the air conditioning blasting. He was quite tired and today is a really hot day. I was wondering why it did not start moving as soon as the light turned green. It turns out that there was a cyclist coming in from the right and Beta just wanted to make sure that they weren't going to go straight. Now this intersection is a bit odd. I find that Beta likes to go a bit too wide. This is why I was ready to take over, but I did it okay, and then it fell into that manhole on the right, which was quite harsh. Sorry, Leo. I was apologizing to Leo because I'm quite sure that manhole was not comfortable in the trunk. Notice here it highlights a parked vehicle on the right in blue, which causes some hesitation as soon as it decides to start moving again. So Beta here decides to be overly cautious for that person that got out of the vehicle on the left, and the person on the right just decides to cross. So I had to disengage because Beta was starting to move. Here I'm about to disengage just out of courtesy to that Civic on the left because I already know that they're about to try to get out of their parking spot. So I don't really consider it as a disengagement because I don't think Beta is yet capable of anticipating that type of human expectation. Yeah, I thought so. Letting the parked vehicle on the left out of their parking spot. Now here I only disengage because of the way that the intersection is designed. We have 3 lanes, and for some reason the middle lane looks more aligned to the left lane before crossing it. I personally prefer to do the same thing as the Model Y in front of us did, but I believe that we should teach the beta the right things to do and not what we prefer to do when it comes to how the city designs the streets. So here I only intervene using the turn signal stalk out of anticipation because I know that people want to turn left on Côte des Neiges. And here I disengage again just because Beta was not going to squeeze through between the cars. Here I had to use some persuasion with the throttle just because there was someone behind us and Beta was a bit hesitant. And that is it for part 1. See you in a moment. Alright, I'm back. So this is another cringe moment that I have since 11.3.6. Beta has gone slightly wide before making the turn, and it's sort of invading on space of traffic that is trying to go straight. So here Beta was still stopping for the traffic light even though it was green, and it was a bit awkward after, so I had to intervene with the accelerator. Wow, this is definitely a first for me. It never understood that vehicles were parked before, and in anticipation it already had put the blinker and started doing the maneuver before the other cars in front of us. Now I kinda saw that coming. I'm not really going to count it as a disengagement as it's one of those weird human behaviors. So here Beta braked harshly, but at least it's not as bad as previous versions, and oddly enough I don't know what happened with the tentacle going to the right, some sort of avoiding behavior, but it was too late though. So here Beta is about to take the wrong lane, which is a first time for me at this intersection, considering previous versions
Beta was going for the wrong lane. Beta got too close to the leading vehicle. I don't know why it freaked out. I guess I'm going to be driving manually until full self-driving is back online. Oh, I guess I just had to go and park.
What happened there? I don't understand why it aborted the lane change, like there was no one coming up on our left. The car on the left side of the intersection did actually stop before us, and them not noticing made it even more awkward, and the honker behind us is now going to become more impatient just because they don't know what's going on. The vehicle that honked at us previously is still there. Their behavior made me so anxious that I forced the Beta through that intersection, even though there was a pedestrian about to cross the intersection. Welcome to human chaos. So here my fingers are expressing confusion just because Beta was too much to the center of a two-way street, hence obstructing potential opposite traffic. And here comes the nervous wreck from the right, who ends up making a left turn on red. Ouch.
Now we should go. Gonna give it some throttle because it seems like it's unsure and it was clear for quite a while.
I expressed some discomfort here because it seemed like Beta was going to run the stop, but it gracefully fixed its mistake. However, it was slightly harsh.
It should have started slowing down a little earlier because it wasn't very comfortable in here. It's already 40 kilometers per hour, so yeah, that speed limit is wrong. I don't know why it's staying at 30 now. It used to go up to 40 before.
This is more of a comfort disengagement. Beta is not yet capable of identifying potholes or manholes that are uncomfortable. I am secretly trying to train it for that. So back at that construction zone from the other direction, I don't know why it stops, so I had to intervene with the throttle quite a few times.
That's a bit too fast. FSD Beta accelerated way too harshly.
For those of you who are still here, I would like to thank you for staying. So far we've had 9 disengagements and 5 interventions. Honestly, I do not consider them safety critical. It is more a matter of refining the software and being courteous to others around. I think it is truly an exciting time to be alive and seeing how far artificial intelligence has come. So I'm going to end it here, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and open that subscription menu, then select all if you want to be notified as soon as I upload a new video.